Hey guys, what's up? Coach Crystal here with week 3, workout 3 of Quarantine Fit with Candace Athletics. Hope you guys are having a good week. Go outside because it's ridiculously nice out, and that sunshine is going away for a couple days again, but it looks to be a decent weekend. So just get out there while you can. Sunshine's only going to help you. All right. So for today, you guys are going to need minimal equipment. You're going to need some sort of an object or weight that you can do snatches with, and then a jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, don't worry about it. We are going to replace jumping rope with jumping jacks if we need to, but we will get into that, okay? So, gotta get my whiteboard. For your warm-up today, you're going to do 3 rounds of jumping jacks, 10 step-ups, and 5 strict press, all right? So let's make sure in those jumping jacks that we're not lazy, making sure that our arms are going all the way overhead, okay? So 20 of those. Mind the really loud trucks in the background. I just love where I live. And then we're gonna do 10 step-ups. So hopefully you guys have somewhere in your house that you can do step-ups, either on stairs, if you're just stepping up onto a plate, or somewhere outside. If not, if you don't have anywhere that you can do step-ups, you can just do a knee hug, all right? And just make sure that you're alternating. But if we're doing those step-ups, you can choose if you wanna do 1 step, maybe do 2, okay? Just be super careful about it. Doesn't need to be really high, just getting those legs nice and warm. And then finally, our 5 strict press. So whatever object you decide you're gonna use for the workout, it can be an odd object, all right? You guys can even use the backpack from yesterday's workout, fill that sucker with some weight, and use that for snatches and also for strict press in the warm-up. But if we're using a dumbbell, which I think most of you have, just holding the heads of the dumbbell and strict press, okay? 5 of those. Just imagine you have that barbell, all right? So 3 rounds, 20 jumping jacks, 10 step-ups, 5 strict press. That's your warm-up for today, okay? Then because we're gonna have jump rope in the workout, we wanna make sure that after our mobility, we are getting a couple practice runs in with either double unders or singles, and we'll go over that. Your mobility is still gonna be 1 minute of each movement, all right? There's 5 different things today I want you guys to focus on. The first one's called the Cossack squat. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it before. It looks very similar to a side lunge, but it is not. It is actually a lateral squat, so a side squat, lateral squat, all right? So obviously a regular lunge, we're just lunging to the side, right? With a Cossack squat, we want our heel of our supporting leg to be up, all right? And then this, instead of coming out as if we were gonna do a lunge, it's gonna stay forward as best as you can. And we're gonna try to squat. Oh, that's terrible. I need to make sure I get it in the frame. We squat into it, okay? So you guys can do 30 seconds on each leg. You can switch legs and alternate. Try to make it look better than that. I'm doing it in a really small space. And actually it probably looks that bad if I'm in a bigger space, so don't feel bad if you can't get super low. It's a really tough movement. So 1 minute of that, okay? Then we're gonna move on to some calf raises, all right? We wanna make sure those calves are stretched out for all the jumping that we're gonna do today. So you can do them freestanding, all right? Just stand, come up on your toes ever so slightly, hold, come down, okay? If your calves tend to get really tight with jump roping, you can even take it to the next level. Come up against your wall, okay? Put your foot against as close as you can with that heel flexed. Really get that calf stretch in there. Again, you can do 30 seconds on each side or just alternate. You know yourself as an athlete and what tends to get more tight and painful with different movements. All right, so 1 minute of those calf raises. Then we're gonna move on to a quad stretch. You can do these walking, you can do them in place. Just make sure that every time, holding onto that foot, knees are as close together as you can, getting that nice full stretch right through the quad here, okay? Arm circles, again, taking the place of that PVC pipe if we don't have one. If you have one, use it. Otherwise, we're gonna come forward, we're gonna come back, all right, for 1 minute. Last one's gonna be our overhead stretch, so coming to your wall, hands are shoulder width apart, head is dropping through, just really letting yourself sink down into that stretch. All right, so 1 minute of each of those movements, okay? So after that, if you are doing double unders or doing singles in the workout, I want you to take a few minutes to practice a few of them. If you are on the cusp of having double unders, but there's not a lot of reps to be had for you just yet, I'm totally fine with you maybe doing 30 reps instead of 20 or 40, and doing, you know, 5 singles and then 2 double under attempts or something for a total of 30 reps. All right, so if you're doing double unders, we're looking for 20 every 10 snatches, and we're going to go over that. If you're doing a mix of single and double, we're looking for 30 every time. If you're doing singles, we're looking for 40. Okay, if you do not have a jump rope, you're just simply going to do 40 jumping jacks. All right, so snatches, jump roping, what's the workout? So 4 times today, you guys are going to do jumping Randy. All right, Randy, we all know, is the workout of 75 snatches per time. If you do have a barbell at home and you have the ability to do the actual Randy weight, by all means, go for it. The RX is 75 for the men and 55 for the women on the barbell, okay? But we are doing this purposely because we have to pretend we don't have access to unlimited equipment. So that's why we have our dumbbells that Jose was so kind to let us borrow, and if we don't have that, we're gonna choose an odd object. All right, if you have a sandbag, you can use that. As I said, the backpack from yesterday's workout, put some weight in there and you can do that for a snatch. I've seen some really creative ways people have been coming up with moving weight overhead. One woman uses a pile of wood, so the wood's wrapped in plastic. There's like 5 or 6 logs, and I mean, those can be really heavy. So don't worry about the weight that you're doing. Whatever you're doing is going to be effective and difficult no matter what. So I know all of us do have a dumbbell, as I'm pretty sure anyway. So if that's the case, if you only have one, I'm gonna give you a choice on how to do the snatches, okay? So you can either do it holding both heads of the dumbbell, obviously coming down to our starting position for our snatch and snatching up, okay? If you want to do single dumbbell snatches that we're a little bit more familiar with, that's fine. Just be sure that we're alternating as needed. You don't need to alternate as a requirement in the workout. I just don't want you to use the same arm, obviously, throughout the entire duration of the workout, because that's just silly. So if you're doing your single dumbbell snatch, remember, it's not a clean and jerk. We're snatching, still dropping under that dumbbell. Okay. Switch arms as needed. All right. If we're using an odd object, so say we're using our backpack from yesterday's workout, we filled it with weight, we're still starting in that same position as we would if we had a barbell, holding onto the sides of that backpack, snatch, okay? Okay. The trick to this is every 10 snatches, you guys are going to be moving on to the jump rope, all right? So remember, 20 double unders. If we're mixing singles and doubles, we're doing 30 reps. If we're doing singles, we're doing 40, or jumping jacks if we don't have a jump rope, all right? So Randy, 75 snatches for time, but we're sprinkling in a little bit of cardio in there, which Randy, I feel, is a cardio workout, even though it has weight, because it's not super heavy. It's meant to be a sprint, so this is just even more taxing and meant to be done fast is probably the best way to put it. So I am looking for some super fast times from you guys, no matter what weight you decide to use. Definitely challenge yourself if you're able to, as far as the weight is concerned, and really, you know, get that heart rate going on the jumping and things like that. So if you have any kind of an issue with putting weight overhead, just be smart, keep it light. There really is no modification for doing a snatch. If you have one side that bothers you versus another, go for the single arm dumbbell snatch with a lighter weight or lighter object, all right? But of course, the stimulus of the workout is we want to get both sides working at the same time, all right? As always, if you guys have questions, concerns, let me know, and enjoy this one. It's going to be a fast one. And look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye, guys.